Hello teachers and parents. I have three interesting questions to you. Number one, have you ever seen any flight flying without any co-pilot? Number two, have you ever seen any locomotive train running without a co-driver? Number three, have you ever seen any heart surgeon doing an operation without any assistance from the junior doctors or nursing staff? Absolutely no, right? Even if I say yes, probably you would say absurd. Am I right? Now, I have another follow-up question for you. Have you ever seen a class is being taught by two teachers simultaneously, same time? Now, let me come to the problem. This is going to be the future. This is going to be the kind of direction which you are going to see in near future. Probably I think you get a contest what exactly I'm trying to say. Let me come to the problem first. I will take my own personal case so that you understand where I'm coming from. Exactly 30 years back, probably in 1994, when I was doing my undergraduation, out of my interest and passion, I approached a plus 2 junior intermediate college for teaching chemistry as a tutor. Seeing my enthusiasm, the principal directed me to a chemistry professor. As soon as I got into his room, he asked a couple of memory-based questions in organic chemistry, and I failed miserably to answer both of them. However, after a lot of pursuance and lot of probably I think I did not leave him for a long time. Then he said, yeah, I understand your enthusiasm. Maybe I cannot give you a direct class. You can be an assistant to me whenever I'm absent or I'm on leave. You can come and substitute my presence. That was the kind of deal made by both of us. Then on the one day I got an opportunity. Previous day I was more preparing for how can I connect to these students, what kind of stories I can tell, what kind of facts I can elaborate and give a different perspective altogether. That was my preparation, not on the subject much. Of course I prepared a little bit, but not that much. As I entered into the classroom, as I prepared, the storytelling was very amazing. I think I was having a very great feeling that I could able to connect to the students for the first 10 minutes. But after 10 minutes, the business starts, right? Then I had to get into the real technical stuff. Probably I'm not that good at the memory based understanding. I could not able to grasp in my mind and reiterate or again teach back, right? Then I had to resort to my cheat sheet. I opened my cheat sheet and started seeing and wrote something on my blackboard. And from there, I could able to manage the entire explanation, but because that was my area of interest or that was my capability. But the memory part in between was the weakest part of my total preparation, right? If I see the entire class in the end, partly I was successful for the part of the students because they were more connected to my first 10 minutes. For a part of the students, I was unsuccessful because they were judging me on my memory skills, or which they were looking at my cheat sheet opening and all that. I think I could not able to manage that part. Now let's come to my the professor who was very good, excellent, everything is on his fingertips and all that, right? He was amazing chemistry professor, but emotionally weak. He was not managing the class that well. He could able to manage the memory part, he could able to manage that explanation part, but he was unable to connect to the generation, right? So neither I succeed, probably I think he succeeded, right? Together I think we were not successful as a good teachers. This is a part of the problem. Now let's come to the person side, as a parent, as a teacher side. The second problem, right? To me as a parent, I'm educated, I can manage the education of my kid, right? And I have a minimum knowledge to explain and all that. Let me come to that kind of problem, right? I know pretty much the social quotient or the socio-physical nature of my kid, and what prompts would actually help them to understand better, at what context I should actually teach, at what context I should not teach, at what level I should actually index, what level I should not. All that parts I pretty much know, hence I know the nitty-gritties of individual. Whereas in a class, probably I would not be knowing all the student's psychophysical nature. But for individual, for as a parent, I know pretty much. And I have a decent understanding of the subject as well, right? So I have a balance of it. Now let's come to the very nitty-gritty or very conceptual part of it. When I was trying to explain a theoretical concepts in mathematics, especially the lemmas or the theorems or the proofs and all that, probably I miserably failed to explain my kid, right? Though I know the entire context as an individual to take care for the education perspective, since I don't have the specific subject expertise, the subject matter expertise, right? Still, as a parent, I failed as a teacher, right? Is the second part of the problem. As a teacher, I failed. As a parent, as a teacher, I failed. Together, I think the system is failed. Now, what is the remedy for this kind of problem? This problem has been existing in the education setting and continuing, and it still continues. But today, it is not the case. Couple of days back, there was a great news by ChatGPT, right? I think OpenAI has released GPT4 Omni, right? I think they called it as a ChatGPT 4.0. Couple of days back, if you go to Khan Academy or YouTube, right, they released a wonderful video by Salman Khan, I think Salah Khan or Sal Khan, right? He's a founder of Khan Academy, along with his kid. He was explaining his kid with the assistance of GPT4 Omni about triangle properties, right? See the kind of conversation, triangle conversation. Student exists, parent exists, and GPT4 Omni is as a AI assistant or as AI teacher exists, right? He is kind of managing certain emotions with the kid and telling the AI assistant also to consider or understand his emotions through that direction, right? Same way, AI is also understanding the emotions as spoken by the parent and the student, and also engaging the conversation, and also started getting into the triangle business, right? What is right angle, what is that hypotenuse, all that I think the platform is able to manage it, right? The emotion part is managed, the explanation part is managed, the co-teacher as a parent is managed. Together, I think it was an amazing success. Today, this is just a sample which we are seeing. It's a tip of iceberg. Probably, I think in the next couple of years, I'm sure every classroom will have two teachers. One teacher is a physical teacher who tries to engage the AI assistant, is a co-teacher, right? And also, he acts more or as a facilitator than a teacher. The real crux of the explanation would be done by AI assistant, and whatever the prompts required at that point of time are to manage the crowd, all that should be done by the teacher. So teacher may becomes a facilitator or a mentor, and AI assistant is going to manage the crux of that business, right? Together it is going to be a co-teacher model, which we have not seen earlier, which we have seen in the pilot case, which we have seen in the co-driver case, which we have seen in the heart surgery case, but in teaching as well, this is going to be the future now. Wish you all the best and stay tuned. Dr. Ravi Serpalli.